the thing that you're going to get made fun of the most is often linked and tied into what the calling God has on your life. Hey, it's Katherine. One of you guys wrote me and wanted my advice on what to do about their accent. They said people were making fun of them all the time because of their accent, and they talked different than other people. And basically they just wanted to crawl into their shell and not talk so much. They just didn't even want to talk when they're around people. It just made them want to be quiet and not say anything because they didn't want to get made fun of. Do you guys know this is such a big deal? We care so much about other people's opinion and being shamed or made fun of or put down by others. We are actually more scared of that than we are of death. So some researchers did a study on like the top things that scare people the most. And do you know that fear of public speaking was the #1 fear people had above death? Death was #2. So we are more scared that we're going to get in front of a group of people and we're going to mess up and they're going to make fun of us, or we're going to say something wrong and we're going to forget what we're saying, whatever it is, that we're more scared about what other people think than we are of death. It's the same with this situation. Whether you have an accent, or whether you have a stutter, or whether you don't like your voice, or other people have said they don't like your voice, it's that same fear, what other people think. And it's an area that the devil will attack, especially if that's part of your calling. Now, it would be my guess that part of your calling in life may have to do with speaking or being in front of people or giving presentations or talking on the phone or whatever it is, that your voice is going to be the key to your success. And the devil knows us, so he tries to squash that thing that is going to make the biggest difference in our life. And I wish I had known about this years and years and years earlier, because I did the same thing to myself. Although I don't have an accent, I hated my voice. And I hated my voice because I used to get made fun of all the time for my voice. So there was these girls in my gymnastics, and they would always make fun of me and tell me I had a baby voice, that I did not sound like a grown-up. And I guess it was kind of true. And part of that was insecurity. Part of that was not being confident in who I am, that I wanted to kind of be quiet and not use my full voice. And I think I was kind of, because I was unsure of myself, I talked not in my full grown-up voice because I was so afraid of saying the wrong thing or wanting people to reject me. So I wasn't using my voice in its full capacity. So when I was in gymnastics, but you guys, I didn't discover that till later. When I was in gymnastics, at the end of each season, we would have like a dinner and an award ceremony, and they would get fun gifts for each other. And so I remember one year, my girlfriend Michelle was in gymnastics as well, but she was also studying martial arts. And you know how you get the different color belts, and the black belt is the highest you can get. So that year they gave her a cute, fashionable black belt, and it talked about how it represented, you know, her as a person and her goals and whatever. So they gave her this black fashionable belt. So everybody got some kind of a gift based on, you're known for this. Well, when it came to my turn to get my gift at the end of the year, they gave me jars of baby food. I was humiliated. They had this little song they would sing when we would like go travel to gymnastics meets on the bus in different towns, and they would sing this song they made up, and it would go, baby talk, it's a miracle you can walk. So I had this thing about not liking my voice. And then when I grew up and I moved to California to become an actor after high school, and I would answer the phone. This is after I had Timothy. I would answer the phone sometimes, and the people would say, "Can I talk to your mother?" And I would say, "I am the mother." Like, they assumed I was a teenager or a child or something. And I remember when I had Timothy, I guess I looked young, sounded young, and one of the guys delivering his oxygen tanks came to the house and said, "Oh my gosh, this must be really hard on you. My sister was a teenage mom too." It was kind of funny. I mean, it was kind of flattering because I was not a teenager when I had Timothy. So I was fully grown up, but it was funny that he thought that. I didn't mind people thinking I looked younger, but I sure minded them saying I sounded young. So then there would be several auditions I would go out for, and people would not like my voice. And I remember there was this filmmaker, and he had this really cool role for me. He said he wrote it for me. I auditioned for it. I don't know why I had to audition when he wrote me the role, but anyway, he ended up shooting the movie and put somebody else in the role he said he wrote for me. And when I asked him about it later, he said, "Well, it's because your voice didn't really fit." So for years, I mean, I got this kind of feedback all the time. So for years, I was so insecure about my voice. I didn't speak up. And I felt the call. I felt like God was trying to push me in the direction of public speaking and like talking to you guys, having a YouTube channel, just doing this. But I was like, I can't speak in front of you. I can't use my voice. I was so insecure about sounding like a child. I did take voice lessons for a long time, and I did improve being able to talk lower down and not talking in my throat. But still, the thing is, you're gonna get made fun of. Sometimes the thing that you're going to get made fun of the most is often linked and tied into what the calling God has on your life. So you have to realize this is an attack from the enemy. God wants you to do something spectacular, and he's going to need you to use all of you, and especially that thing you hate. So for me, I hated my voice, and I had to get over hating my voice and get over other people saying, "Oh, your voice isn't good, your voice it's too babyish, it's too this, it's too that." And I had to get over that. And now I've accepted it and I've embraced it. And you need to, whatever is going on with your voice, is it too deep? Is it too high? Does it crack? Do you have an accent? Do people make fun of it? Whatever that thing is you have to get over it and embrace it, because you're going to need that to fulfill your dreams and call in your life. And you can't keep squashing yourself, not speaking up, not putting out there your gifts because other people might be saying something about you. I have another friend who's a graphic artist, and she has like something wrong with her hand. Her hand is a little bit deformed and it's a bit shorter, and she would hide her hand all the time, but she needs her hand. She needs her hands to do her graphic stuff. So it's amazing how the devil tries to make us feel ashamed about things about us that may be different, that may not be like everybody else's. But he can turn that around and make that be something you are memorable for. That people go, "Oh yeah, oh that's the girl with the voice, or that's the guy with the accent, or that's the..." And what we think is a disability is, it could be something that makes us be remembered for and makes us do better than we could even have on if we just had everything, like we had the perfect voice and it was just the right level of depth and this and that, whatever it is. But God is going to use that thing, and the devil's just trying to make you feel ashamed. He's trying to make you feel ashamed, and you don't need to feel ashamed of your voice, of your accent, of whatever it is, and you have to use it to your full capacity. And now all those years of hating my voice, now it's that thing I'm known for, it's that thing I'm remembered for, and people contact me and they say, "Oh, I wasn't gonna watch this video, but then somebody was watching it and I heard your voice. It becomes your fingerprint. It becomes that thing you're known for. You know, some people that have like a color streak in their hair, or their hair is discolored, or they're prematurely gray. Some people who go gray prematurely, like in their 20s or 30s, they keep dyeing their hair darker and darker and darker so nobody know. But then when they just say, you know what, this is me, I can't do anything about it. Suddenly, I know actors like this, suddenly they start booking more roles, because they're that young silver-haired fox. Cherish that thing that makes you different. Cherish that thing that sets you apart. Embrace it. I don't care if others don't get it. I don't care if they don't like it about you. If they say, oh, your accent is too hard to understand or this or that. You know what? You can work on enunciating a little more, but don't shrink back. Don't quiet yourself. You've got a voice, you've got something to say, and you have to use it. Whatever makes you different is something that needs to be embraced, because it's what's going to set you apart from everybody else. So don't let anybody's feedback make you shrink down, make you say, oh, I can't be, somebody says I'm too loud, I just have to be quiet. If you've got a big, bold, boisterous personality, then that's who you are. You have to love it, embrace it. If you've got a wild style with your clothing, then don't try to be plain Jane just because it makes others feel comfortable. You cannot dim your shine just because it's going to make other people feel better. They're the ones that don't like it. They're the ones that are insecure. They're the ones that are projecting. If they don't like something about you, that's not your fault. It's not on you. You don't have to change. You don't have to dim your shine. You shine anyway. If they don't like it, you shine anyway. And if they feel uncomfortable, then that's something they need to work on in themselves. You don't become less than you are just to make other people feel comfortable around you. I did that for years, and it's not worth doing anymore. You're going to start to be remembered for that thing that you don't like, and it's just something that you need to embrace, guys. Okay, live true, love hard, shine bright. If these videos are helpful to you, like, subscribe, share, hit the bell button. Let them come to you. I aim to give you messages that will inspire you and help you and realize you can love yourself just the way you are without changing anything. And if there's stuff you want to change, then change it, but do it for you, not for anybody else. Okay, bye.